The weekend tea, folks. You're watching Kettle Messages Tarot live with your reader, the Gem Star. We want to thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing, and checking out our website, kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site in the description box below. Now let's have a sip of weekend tea together. Welcome back, everyone, to Kettle Messages Tarot. I'm your oracle reader, the Gem Star, here to spill the weekend tea. And this weekend, we are in the super full moon in Gemini. So full super moon in Gemini energy this weekend. We are working with this energy during this weekend tea. And we will be starting with a collective message. For all those tuning in, welcome. You're joining the Gem Star Live for your weekend tea. And during this weekend tea, we are in the energy of the full super moon in Gemini. So we have that moon energy at its max, intuition, emotion, romance, the unknown, fears, doubts creeping up, but magnified. And then you have that talkative, communicative energy that the Gemini is bringing during this time. So there's going to be a lot of emotional conversations happening this weekend. Can't wait to start spilling the weekend tea for all of the zodiac signs. We will now begin with a message for the collective before we get into the individual messages for each zodiac sign. For the collective, we will give the message of the full moon in Gemini, what you're working with, the energy that is around at this time that you should be aware of and that you can use to your benefit wisely. So during this time, collective, you are being reminded that it's important to speak your truth. Of course, on this channel, we're always saying, speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. But remember that during this time, your words have consequences and impact your listener. So right now, collective, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need to guard, to find at this time, will be found in conversation. So for those joining us, we are now giving the message for the collective. For the collective, we are giving the message of the full moon in Gemini, which is the energy that is kicking off this weekend tea. And this energy is reminding all of us to remember that it's important to speak our truth over the weekend and the upcoming month, throughout the month of December. But to also keep in mind that our words have consequences and impact our listener. So right now, we need to guard against indiscretion. The answers that we need will come very soon, so be patient, collective. And the issues that you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If over the weekend or during this full moon energy, you're dealing with love situations, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, then you're reminded of the old, very non-Gemini message, least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, collective, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. Your word this weekend is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. Have an important conversation this weekend, but stay calm. Collective, during this energy, don't be superficial. Know that someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off a situation and just move on. And any of those applying for jobs, then job applications have good prospects during this time. This energy of the full moon in Gemini is talk, talk, and more talk, as the emotional full moon moves in the communicative sign of Gemini. It's too easy to say too much during this time, so mind how you go throughout your conversations this weekend and during the full moon phase. This is a time to enjoy social events, a great time for socializing, for studying, and for taking things into consideration. So the most important message for the collective during this full moon phase and this weekend tea is to speak your truth, but mind your words. Mind your words. Let's begin our weekend tea for the zodiac signs. Welcome, Aries, to Kettle Messages Tarot's weekend tea. I'm your oracle and reader, the Gemstar, here to spill this weekend tea with you. And as we were saying in the collective message, we are in the energy of the full moon in Gemini, also a super full moon, a super moon, which is the last full moon of the year 2025. So we will begin these readings with a moon message. Okay, so this weekend tea, we're going to start with moon messages, being that we are in this energy of the full moon in Gemini, super moon energy. A lot of emotions going on, a lot of talk, a lot of conversations. Let's see, for Aries, my little rams, what is your message for this full moon phase? What energy is the little rams working with? Meditate and contemplate. Aries, you're receiving the energy of the new moon in Pisces during this weekend tea. And this energy is asking you that at this time, you should use meditation and contemplation to your advantage. There's something that you need to look into, look a little deeper as we go into the sea, into the ocean, deep in the depths of emotion. It's a time to take a step back, to look at a situation, to break it down for yourselves, and to meditate on a situation that you may be going through at this time. Being that you are in the full moon of Gemini energy this weekend, which is talking, watching your words, this meditative energy is saying Take a step back, Aries, and before you let them have it, before you speak your truth, think twice, calm down, and think about what you are about to say this weekend. It's all about facing your fears that you may have been holding back, not allowing yourself to process and work through certain fears. This is a weekend for Aries to face their fears that may be holding them back, to try to begin and heal a situation through contemplation and meditation. It's time for Aries to surrender to the divine and to avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. The energy of Pisces is mystery and depth of emotion. Hopeless romantics. Are you feeling hopelessly romantic, Aries? Are you afraid of becoming hopelessly romantic with someone at this time? And you need to take a pause and think things through before facing the fear and doing it anyway. Whatever you're feeling is most likely what is going to guide you this weekend. Follow your intuition when we see the Pisces come up in a reading. All about intuition, the mysteries, the depth, going behind the veil, looking at your shadows, working with your shadows, healing your shadows, integrating. Let's see why this message is coming up for Aries over the weekend. So for some Aries out there, you may be in a situation where things are still waiting to be revealed, waiting to come out into the open. And over the weekend, a conversation is being had. For some of you, Aries, you'll be having a conversation with a family member, an older matriarch, someone you consider like family, a nurturer, someone who gives you stability or has been in your life as you have grown up. And this conversation is going to be about changes needing to be made. Because someone is in a situation where they can be going through depression, sadness, loss, mourning, a void inside of them, a yearning inside of them, a sadness, a longing. Someone may be feeling lonely, or this is your energy, this mourning, this loneliness, this sadness, this need to reach out, to communicate, to connect with someone. You could have been going through a period of nostalgia. So for some Aries, I can see that going down memory lane, having some nostalgia this weekend, that energy is kicking up, wanting to reach out to someone, wanting to connect, needing stability and change, and changes that bring stability and growth. So someone may be reaching out to you because they are in need of stability, and much change in their life, and they're asking you for help and assistance, because someone here is carrying a burden all alone. And you may need time to contemplate and think about how you can help this person, or how you can get yourself out of a state of depression, out of a state of mourning, out of a state of feeling left out in the cold, alone. Spirit is here, guiding you, letting you know you're not alone, to listen to your intuition, to listen to your gut feeling at this time. Your gut feeling may be saying, I need support. I need to reach out to someone. I need to bring stability into my life. I need certain things to change so that I can be happy again. If you are with a partner at this time, your partner may be feeling lonely in a relationship and may be asking for things to change in the connection, so that the relationship can grow, so that there can be more stability in a relationship. Yes, oof, 5 of Cups. We said that energy of mourning, of loss, of crying over spilled milk, of nostalgia, of looking back and missing out on Spirit's offers and Spirit's opportunities here. That those 2 cups there, right? That friendship, that love connection, that self-love. It's right behind. If you just turn your head, right behind you, there's Spirit offering you nurturing, support, comfort through your emotions, through your intuition. But too busy looking at what has been lost. So we're feeling an energy this weekend for Aries, looking back at what has been lost and maybe dwelling on it, crying over spilled milk, things that have already left your life, are still affecting you. And so this is a weekend to go into hermit mode, to go within, to seek that wisdom and guidance within, so that you know what you need to look for. Some Aries, we see a loss of a relationship, regrets, setbacks, maybe loss of a friend or a valued possession. There may have been disappointment in the family, or with a friend, or with a love partner. An ending of a marriage, an ending of a friendship, an ending of a relationship, a situationship for some Aries out here. And over the weekend, we're crying boo-hoo-hoo about all the things that we have lost. We need to remember that in the 5 of Cups, there's those 2 of Cups. Yes, there has been loss, but there's still much to look forward to. If we're willing to turn around, to lift our heads up, to look around, to look at our environment, on what can help us, what can heal us, what can nurture us. That brings us back to the first message of reaching out to someone, because you want change, you want to be happy, you want to grow, you want stability. You don't want to constantly go through loss after loss after loss. That's why the stability energy is coming through, Aries. A lot of you have suffered a lot of loss. And so that's what some of you are looking at over the weekend. Again, High Priestess, that's that follow your intuition, that Pisces energy. We're coming back to that Pisces energy. meaning spirit is with you. Your ancestors is with you. Your spirit guides, your guardian angel. Yes, the Tower moment. Okay, so there's a big loss happening for some Aries. You may have just gone through this. You're going through this over the weekend for some of you, but some of you are in the midst of it all, right? The Tower is coming down. Truths are being revealed. Needing to deal with things as they are, not as how we would wish them to be at this time. Long held beliefs being broken down, ideas being challenged, chaos everywhere. It's like bringing us back to that first message. Loss after loss after loss. And there will come a time where you will have to rebuild from the rubble. But many Aries are stuck in this energy of grief and mourning and nostalgia and looking back and crying and boo-hooing, isolating themselves, depression, sadness. And this is the energy Aries needs to leave behind during this full moon. It's important that you get counseling, therapy, that you reach out to a loved one and talk to them during a very difficult time where things in your world are coming down, falling apart, truths are being exposed, epiphanies, lights, confusion and options, getting lost in the confusion and the options and the distractions, not knowing which way to go, what to do, what to choose, who to choose. What I feel this energy of, okay, what do I do now? Where do I go from here? Aries, where you go from here is to counseling, to therapy, to a loved one that can nurture you, that can heal you with their knowledge, with their wisdom, with their life experiences, with their words. Nurturing your inner child, healing these wounds, forgiving yourselves, working on releasing your past, picking yourselves up, dusting yourselves off, and moving forward. But with this energy of the Five of Cups and the Tower and the Seven of Cups, it's what do I do now? Where do I go from here? How do I rebuild? How do I start over? And this brings us back to your main moon message. Meditate and contemplate. The answers are within. The answers are not in the past, Aries. The answers are not in the past. They're in your present moment, in your surroundings, where you find yourself now, where you're asking yourself, where do I go from here? What do I do now? Now that this is no longer in my life, what am I going to fill this space with? With change, with growth, with purifying yourself, mind, body, and spirit, so that this depression and this sadness, these lower vibrational energies can be released, so that you can get out of the fog mentality, that you can get out of the confusion. You need structure, you need discipline at this time. You need to bring balance and stability into your life, because emotionally you're all over the place, finding yourselves crying out of nowhere, just tears coming down, and you're like, where's this coming from? Unresolved and unhealed issues and emotions that creep up, that you hold on to and do not release. It's time for release. because the trouble is only going to end after you get rid of something or someone that has caused you so much sadness, loss, regret, depression. You're going to realize later on that these changes are going to be for the best. What's falling away, what's being left behind at this time, Aries, is so that you can grow, so that you can heal, so that you can break free, you can move forward, so that your troubles can end. But you need to take action. You need to lift your head up. You need to continue to move forward. Water off a duck's back. Dust yourself off and start again. You can do it. You can do it, Aries, with structure and discipline. There's going to be a lot of more options than you realize. It's that energy where you can't see where you're going because of the loss, because of the sadness, because of the depression, because you're stuck in that energy. You can't see the options ahead, but there are going to be other options opening up. So this weekend, Aries, is all about healing from loss, grief, setbacks, regret, depression, sadness, getting that counseling, getting that therapy, talking to someone, and meditating and contemplating on how you're going to rebuild your life, how you're going to move forward from this loss. That has been your weekend tea, my little rams. Until we sip tea again, be well, be blessed, and have a fun-filled weekend. Ciao. Taurus, my little bulls, welcome to your weekend tea. I'm your reader and oracle, the Gemstar, here to spill this weekend tea with you. This weekend tea, we're in the full moon in Gemini energy, so we're going to use sun moon card messages. Let's see what moon message we have for the little bulls, for Taurus. What moon message we have for Taurus's weekend tea, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. It's time to release negativity. Yes, letting go of toxic behavior, negative patterns, negative self-destructive patterns at this time. Cutting away with negative toxic people, okay? Energy vampires, users, abusers. Releasing yourselves from your own bad habits, toxicities, negativity. I love to see this energy, especially during your full moon, knowing that the full moon is all about releasing. Full moon in Gemini, okay? Tapping into that full moon in Scorpio. Let's talk about then what negativity is being released at this time. What's holding you back at this time, my little bulls? What toxic people, places, things, beliefs, ideas are holding you back, are keeping you in toxic situations? With this energy, my little bulls, if you've been feeling paranoid or acting weird, then the message from the cosmos is to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless at this time, Taurus. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation that you asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, Taurus, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This is going to be an emotionally intense time. Since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense, and during this time, especially with that super moon energy, emotions are intense, conversations are intense at this time, Taurus. There could be some nastiness in the air this weekend, so if that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, there's a different message here for this weekend, T. Your sex life can improve now if that libido has been feeling low or you haven't had sexy time. This is going to be a time of kissing and making up, or your sex life spicing up during this time, little bulls. You have all you need inside of you to bring a desired result as you release negativity. It's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully, Taurus. You are right to have your suspicions about something or someone at this time. And because you're having these suspicions, that's your intuition letting you know what is needed to be released. Also, it's time to deal with your own dark side. Your own shadow self may be showing, rearing its ugly head over the weekend. So be careful with getting into confrontations, heated arguments, and debates during this time. There's a lot of negativity coming from those around you or from you that has to be dealt with. Let's begin spilling the tea and let's see why you're being advised to release negativity. Because the universe says so. Because the universe wants to give you karmic justice. Because the cosmos are saying it's time that we set things straight. To put your life back into balance. This is a time of justice, of cases being resolved. Okay, some of you may be in lawsuits or in certain court cases, releasing this negativity. Maybe even having to take someone to court because they owe you money. For some of you, for some of you, a message coming out here is that someone may get incarcerated. Okay, they're losing their property. So for someone here, Taurus, I'm getting a couple of messages. Hold on. The first message that's coming through is that someone you know who is going to court, is dealing with a court case, a lawsuit. Then justice says someone here is going to jail. Justice says someone here is going to have to pay out to someone else. Someone here may be losing money, property, their freedom. Also, if this is not physical incarceration or court that someone is dealing with, you or someone else close to you, then releasing people who use you financially, who make you feel suffocated, who are possessive, who are controlling. And that is the justice for some Taurus this weekend. The negativity being released here is that someone negative, someone troublemaking in your life will be sent to prison, or they will have to pay the piper. If your own negative behavior, actions, antics have gotten you into legal trouble, then you're going to have to pay the piper. When we see the scales, it's karma, it's justice, it's the universe setting things into balance, bringing fairness. And sometimes fairness doesn't always look the way we want it to look, right? Fairness doesn't always mean you end up the winner. It's just everybody's getting what they deserve at this time, so the scales can be set right back into balance. For others of you, it's releasing someone who has used you financially, who has controlled you, who has dominated you, who has made you feel like a prisoner, who has held you back, who doesn't let you move forward, doesn't let you grow, won't let you go. And you're releasing someone arrogant, someone boastful, someone narcissistic. For some Tauruses, that's a lot of negativity that's being released, little bulls. Yes, some of you are back single to mingle, okay? Or I don't need negative people in my life or negative situations because you know, by myself, I can do way better than in this job, in this relationship, in this situation. I'm loving that card popped out for my little bulls, that Nine of Pentacles, because it's that scale, right? Setting things back into balance. We just said it. There was somebody causing you so much loss through a lawsuit, or just mooching off of you, living off of you, or just with you for financial reasons. And we see with this Nine of Pentacles, like, yeah, Taurus doesn't need this situation in their life. Taurus doesn't need this person in their life. Taurus can cut free. Taurus can do well by themselves, on their own. They don't need, okay, to house toxic people, or to hang with toxic people, or to engage in toxic activities. No. Taurus energy is best focused on their money, on their possessions, keeping them safe, being cautious, being disciplined with their possessions and their money, because people here are trying to take advantage, or have. And there's a need to, that's right, cut them right out. Cut them right out. Release that negative, toxic person, place, or thing at this time. This is a time for Taurus to rely on their own instincts, okay? Rely on your own judgment, your own advice, your own instincts, your own research. This is not a time to be trusting other people with control over your money. I'm getting that message. You know, somebody's trying to control your money. Somebody's trying to control your life. Somebody's trying to tell you how to spend, how to live, where to give your money to, who deserves your money, who should get your money. And Taurus, you're like, I'm the one working for it. So you got to be careful with scam artists, with thieves, with get-rich-quick schemes, with, you know, people who just want to be with you and around you, because, you know, you pay the bill, or you keep the roof over the head, or you buy them nice gifts, you know, you treat them well, and they take advantage. They take advantage. For some Taurus, you may be coming into a large sum of money, an inheritance. Oh, wow, we said inheritance and the Four of Wands. Some of you are, you know, buying a new house or getting enough money to buy a house, or if you're selling a house, or with this justice, if you're getting a divorce, right? If you've gotten rid of a negative, toxic, narcissistic, parasitic partner, and you're taking them to court, we see that some of you may get the house. You may get a nice settlement. Some of you are starting home businesses. You can open up a beauty salon. You can do baked goods, catering. Some of you are like massage parlors. This is a very artistic, creative time for you. But there's a lot of financial reward coming your way. And you know, the vultures, they're circling. Know that they're circling, Taurus. They're trying to get their hands on your money, family, friend, foe. They're all trying to come for your money. The negative, toxic people here, they got their eye on your money. So you got to be careful with them, because they're coming, they're a circling. There may be a reading of a will, as we said. Some people, some people are thinking, hey, I'm going to have a windfall right now. And that karmic justice, it may not turn out the way they planned it. Especially here in this weekend tea, where we can see that Taurus, you get a win. You get the house, you get the car, okay? You get the business deal, you get that loan, you get your financial needs met. Some of you are getting engaged, married, getting into new relationships, moving in, relocating, working out of the house, starting home businesses. And after a time and a period of feeling tied down, caged, held back, we see this energy of, I'm finally free. Finally free. Bear with me, Taurus. There we go. If you're joining us and watching us live, jump in the chat room and let the Gemstar know. Like, Gemstar, we can't hear you, or we can't see the cards, or because Gemstar is just focusing on your messages. Okay. So, Taurus, we can see that karmic justice is happening over the weekend for some of you. If there's some legalities going on, we see a win coming your way. Many people have counted you out, okay? Many people have counted you for dead and buried. It's not going to happen for Taurus. Taurus is not going to get this inheritance. Taurus is not going to get this settlement. Taurus is not going to get this job, this house, this marriage, and Taurus, you're going to leave some mouths on the floor, doing some mic dropping this weekend as we see you financially leveling up. Yes, there's some rewards coming your way. You know, money doesn't necessarily mean happiness, but it makes, you know, living and paying these bills a whole lot easier. Yeah, see? We said it, paying these bills and making your life a whole lot easier. Look at all the pressure, all the weight, all the stress. It's like, what's next? What to expect? And you may be, expecting to have a loss, and to your surprise, you're gonna be the winner. It's like, what is next? You're just ready for it, Taurus, this weekend. Nine of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. This nine, double nine, closing up a cycle, releasing negativity, negative people, negative toxic situations that have been draining, have been stagnant. Things are moving, finally getting answers. That's that full moon in Gemini, that energy coming through. That this is the weekend where people are finally getting answers to certain questions. Like, am I gonna lose this case? Am I gonna get locked up? Am I gonna get justice? What's gonna happen? It's like I've been through war and I'm prepared. I'm ready. Okay? War torn, battle torn. You've been through it, Taurus, but that's why you are about to have a moment of celebration. Celebrating an engagement, celebrating a pregnancy, celebrating a marriage, celebrating a new house, a new job, a new win. You are definitely celebrating the release of someone or something that has been toxic and negative in your life for some time now. And that is going to be the biggest sigh of relief for Taurus this weekend. That has been your weekend tea, my little bulls. Until we sip tea once again, we wish you a blessed weekend ahead. Ciao. Gemini, my fabulous twins. Welcome, Geminis, to your live weekend tea. This is your full moon. Yes, full moon in Gemini. Super moon, emotional, talkative, creative, active. But watch your words. Watch your words. Be careful with what you say. Because once those words are out, you can't take them back. This is going to be a very emotional weekend for the collective. Let's see, Geminis. Make sure to check out the collective message at the beginning of the weekend tea that explains the energy and the messages for the full moon in Gemini. Now let's see what moon message we receive for the fabulous twins, being that this is your weekend energy. Full moon in Gemini, sun, moon, rising Venus, Geminis. What's your moon message this weekend? Your commitment is being tested. Do you really want what you're asking for? Do you really want what you are envisioning, what you are thinking of, what you have your eye on? How bad do you want something, Geminis? How bad do you want something, and how committed are you to what it is that you want? That is something you will be contemplating and thinking about during this weekend. That is the energy coming through for my fabulous twins at this time, is that your commitment will be tested. Whatever you have decided to pursue, to start, to work on, is not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of studying, a lot of going, back and forth to the drawing board, tweaking. There's going to be times where you're going to want to give up, throw your hands in the air. And that's why this message of, your commitment being tested is coming through, because whatever you have chosen to take on at this time or to pursue is going to be worthwhile, but it's not going to be easily achieved, especially without hard work and commitment. So know what you're asking for. Know that whatever it is that you want at this time, you're going to have to work hard to attain it. So, are you committed to your dreams, Geminis? Are you ready to move towards your dreams with confidence? The answer to your question is yes, but not yet, because you have to be ready to commit. You're halfway to your goal, to your dream, to your desires, Geminis. So in order to reach the final destination, you have to stay committed, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a job, or whether that's a business, okay, whether that's a lifestyle, whatever it is that you are taking on, that you are starting, that you are embarking on, that you are working towards, there's a need to put in more effort, because even though you can reach your goal, you're only halfway there. Sometimes you just need to realize how much you need something in order to recommit yourselves. So this weekend T says, Geminis, you need to recommit to someone or something. You need to move towards your dream or your goal with confidence. No matter what comes up, what obstacle, what hiccup comes up, you're going to have to push through, Geminis. So you need to see any dramas that are going on at this time as stepping stones to where you want to be. This is a time to stay strong through a storm. Staying strong through the storm, staying committed to your dreams, to your goals, no matter the obstacle, no matter the delays, no matter the perceived fails. Many fails comes before the epic win. And you're headed for an epic win. You're halfway there. You just need to recommit, stick with it, be patient with yourselves, and continue to move forward. This is that don't quit energy. Don't give in. Don't give up energy, Geminis. Okay? Don't give in. Don't give up. Don't quit, no matter how hard it gets. Right? You want to lose weight. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep working out. Keep going to the gym. Right? The dolphins. It's about having fun. Enjoying the journey. Right? Enjoying yourself. Enjoy learning. Enjoy trying new things. Enjoy, having to tweak things, rethink things, get more creative. Light that fire within yourselves. Motivate yourselves. This is a weekend to be playful, to have fun. Because when you relax, when you release stress and anxiety and you just live in the moment, Geminis, and have fun, these are the best times where creative ideas start popping up. Because sometimes when you're so focused on a dream, on a goal, you stress yourselves out to the point where now you get writer's block, creative blocks, a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation because you're so focused on the problem, the issue, the project, the goal. There's a need to step back, take a break, have fun, go out with your friends, do something you love, do something you like, distract yourselves so that inspiration can hit you, so that motivation can hit you, so that new ideas can enter. Sometimes just stepping away from the desk, stepping away from the computer, stepping away from the notebook, stepping away from your laptop, just stepping away and distracting yourself for a little while and then coming back allows you to break free. Take action. As we said, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Taking action. The action this weekend is go out, have fun, let your hair down, relax a little. Yes, you're working to this goal. You're being asked to stay committed. But at this time, you may be teeter-tottering. You may be thinking, oh, this is just too difficult. This is never going to work. Maybe I should just give up on this. No. Maybe you should just step back and find some new inspiration, Spirit says, right? Go out there and get inspired. Let yourself be inspired by art, by music, by storytelling of others. Get inspired through the life experiences of others, through the dream and goals of others. Get inspired by nature. Get inspired by art. Get inspired by music. Get inspired by taking a walk, a stroll, a run. Get inspired. So that you can find reasons to stay committed. Because I feel like some of you may be saying, oh, I'm not really committed to this because I'm not inspired, I'm not motivated, seems like a waste of time, it's too much work, it's too much effort, I'm not seeing any traction, I'm not seeing this, I'm not seeing that. And you just need a change of scenery, okay? You just need to get out of your head. Have some fun. Get inspired. Get inspired. Oof, there's a lot of eyes on you, Geminis. There's a lot of eyes on you. There's a need to protect yourself from those people that are jealous, that are envious of your free spirit. Yes, I see that some Geminis that are coming through this weekend tea are free spirits. And because they're free spirits, they're tapped into their creativity. They're tapped into those plethora of ideas. And now is a time to bring those ideas into manifestation, into fruition, into your reality. Needing to be committed to your dream and your goal. And yes, there will be obstacles. There will be people judging and watching and trying to bring you down with their negativity, their naysaying, or their hate, or their ill wishes. But look, they have to watch you be a free spirit, having fun, getting inspired, moving forward. Let them sit back while you continue on your journey. Let's see where this journey is taking Geminis during this time. Where's your journey taking you? It's taking you to a place of fun. It's taking you to a place of creativity. It's taking you to a place where you're feeling inspired, motivated, alive. Or there's where you need to go. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Yes. Self-love, spiritual love, intense friendships, loving families. And it doesn't necessarily need to be your DNA, your blood relative. It could be the family you build for yourselves. You're needing this at this time, or that's what's coming in at this time for some Geminis. Intense friendships, loving families, or people who feel like family because they're so loving, nurturing, and kind. And they bring you joy and peace. And this is a time for Geminis to give themselves inner peace and joy and playfulness. Yes, a lot of playfulness, those dolphins, right? With those intense friendships, just hanging out and having a good time this weekend. It's important that you follow your heart, Geminis, and your instincts, okay? It's like universe, God, spirit is giving you love, showing you love at this time. Can you feel it? Will you accept it? A new love is coming in. Will you commit to it? All right? You want new love in your life? Here it is. How committed are you going to be to this new love? You're calling it in. You're manifesting this new love in your life. How committed are you? This is the love for your dream, for your goals. How committed are you? The love towards yourself. How committed are you? Ask yourself this weekend. Recommit to yourself, recommit to loving yourself, recommit to your intuition, to your spiritual side, to your creative side, to that free spirit in you, Geminis. This is a weekend or a full moon energy that is bringing soulmates in to your life, new friendships, new possible love partners, people that you can count on, that you can depend on. Are you ready? Are you ready to commit? Let's see. Let's see if Geminis are ready. I love that Ace of Cups coming out because your moon message is your commitment will be tested. And if you are like in between making a choice between two, which one will you commit to? If you are making a decision about getting into a relationship or getting engaged or getting married, before you put that ring on, before you commit, before you walk down that aisle, are you committed? Because, once you make a choice, you're going to be stuck with it. So, how committed are you to what you're working towards? Ooh. Okay, let's see. Oh, very intuitive. Okay. Listen to your intuition, definitely. You're in your feels, okay? You got a lot of self-love going on here with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You may be offering your cup to someone, and you may be accepting that offer of love, that cup, right? Because here is Spirit offering you that Ace of Cups, and there is that Queen of Cups accepting that cup, looking at that cup, and you're being asked, oh, are you going to commit, Geminis? Somebody's offering you their cup of love. You are taking that cup of love and looking at it. For some of you Geminis, it's that self-love you're taking a look at. Here you are looking at your own chalice. Oh, how I love my chalice. How I love taking care of my chalice. How You love taking care of your mind, body, and spirit. How you want listen to your intuition. How you are emotionally mature. There's a lot of romance happening during this time. Okay, this time can be a very romantic time for Geminis. A time where love is coming in. All right, meeting that perfect mate. That perfect mate for you. Some of you are becoming moms, finding out that you are pregnant or thinking of pregnancy at this time, right? How committed are you to motherhood? Um, Also, we see an energy of kindness, sympathy, empathy during this time. As we said, there's going to be a lot, emotions are running high this weekend. And it's nice to see that your energy is a kind, sympathetic one where you're giving your love to yourselves, extending your love to another, accepting a love cup offered to you, accepting and being open to the love from spirit, the love of another, the love of friendship, the love of family, the love of self, and nurturing yourself and healing yourself. This is a healing time, a nurturing time, a loving time, a compassionate, empathetic time where there are coming people who you can count on at this time. And people come to you, Geminis, because of this. Because when they're with you, they feel this joy. You give them this inner peace. You extend great love to them, empathy, compassion, nurturing, kindness. You're a counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, a psychologist for some. And it's very comforting, nurturing energy we see coming through this weekend. Okay, so the Tower energy, I'm not feeling a negative energy with this Tower when it comes to your side, because we have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and then our moment. I feel like someone may try to rain on your parade this weekend, or someone with this evil eye, right? Has maybe tried to bring you down, maybe has tried to destroy you, but you've gotten away, Geminis, you've gotten away, and you've gotten that freedom. You've reclaimed your freedom. But a message coming through with this Tower, I feel like some walls are coming down. So if you've been defensive, if your heart has been closed, if you haven't been open from your heart chakra, then we see some walls coming down with this loving energy. It's like somebody, like this Tower, is so hard. It's so hard. But someone's love is going to bring someone's defenses down and allow someone in. Now, once that happens, it's how committed are you going to be after this connection happens. I see this message coming through for some Geminis, where if you've been dealing with someone who's had a wall up, or you yourself have had a wall up and have kept love out, okay? Just kept the romance out, kept nurturing and empathy and compassion out for some time. We see some walls coming down, you becoming softer, more nurturing, more caring, more affectionate, more in your feelings instead of you know, in the mind. With this evil eye, I get a final message that someone may be upset to see some of you grow and move on. Someone may be questioning your commitment to them, or you may be questioning somebody's commitment to you at this time. That has been your weekend tea, my fabulous twins. Until we sit tea again, be well, stay blessed, namaste, and ciao. Cancerian, my little crabs, welcome to your weekend tea. Let's spill the tea for the little crabs, and let's see what moon message we get for Cancer during this full moon in Gemini, the super moon. Let's see what moon message we get for my little crabs, Cancer. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, Cancer. Step out of your comfort zone. It's time to step out of your comfort zone. Face the fear, do it anyway. It's time to break out of contemplation, complacency. It's time to dare, to be daring, to take risks. For my little crabs, I'm feeling this energy of needing to get out of the house, needing to get out of your own little world, your own little bubble, your own little box, needing to explore, needing to expand, needing to go on an adventure, whether that's from within or a physical adventure. But I see where there's a need to face your fears and get over this hump for some Cancerians. This is a time to also stop obsessing about someone or something, to stand on your own 2 feet, to know that you've got this, to trust yourselves more, to know that you are headed in the right direction. So there's this strong feeling that it's time to leave the past behind for some Cancerians somehow, because you are headed towards a new journey, in another direction, towards the right direction. So if you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you, right? Facing that fear and doing it anyway. It's all about living your life purpose at this time. And you're being urged to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. Be willing to follow through. Be willing, okay, to chase your dreams, to chase goals, to test yourselves, There are so many skills, abilities, and talents that you still have undiscovered within you. For some of you, I just heard, I've got a bucket list that I haven't even started working on. So for some of you, there's a need to, start working on your bucket list. If you find the courage to make the leap, then it's a good chance that you're going to ask yourself, why has it taken me so long to do this? Oh, I'm loving your energy. It's like, what has taken me so long? We said, let's give the moon message. Cancerian, this is your energy. Here we are. Moon, moon, moon. Full moon in Gemini. The moon message for Cancerians to step out of your comfort zone, that it's time to move in a new direction, to trust yourselves that you're going in the right direction. Here's this moon energy again, cycles, completing, ending, starting. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of changes happening for you, kicking off and starting off this weekend tea, and that's why you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo at this time, or you may have Leo in your chart, and that is an energy, a sign of taking risks, taking action, being bold, being the star of your own show, right? Like the full moon, you know, shine like that super moon. Shine and be seen. That's what I hear for Cancer. Like, shine and be seen, right? Break free, move forward. Gemini also got this card. It's about taking action. Again, stepping out of your comfort zone, taking action. It's about time you do something different. It's about time you make this change. It's about time you take action. It's about time you set yourself free. You're going to be asking yourself and saying to yourself, you know, what took me so long to make these changes? What was I so afraid of? Woof, you got similar energy. Check out the Gemini message, because you also got the Dolphins, you know, letting your hair down, having fun, meeting new people, going to new places, having new experiences. All right, so stepping out of your comfort zone, being in the company of people very opposite, very different from you, with very different life experiences, enriching your life through their experiences, you enriching theirs through your experiences. Yes, there was heartbreak, there was loss, there was some possible betrayals, truths that were exposed in the recent past, and now you're ready to break free. With this Three of Swords, it's like my heart has been, you know, in pain long enough. Those swords have been in that heart long enough. There's no blood coming out, you know, of that heart. That heart, that old broken heart is already dried up. We gotta get back out on the dating scene, get back into the love scene, get back into that self-love, get back into living your life once again, healing from sorrow and loss. We see that you're breaking free, you're taking action, making changes in your life, getting back on the right path, freeing yourselves, you know, from incompatible relationships of the past. There's offers coming through. For some Cancerians, if you have made an offer, you know, of love to someone and it was unrequited, then that's a blessing in disguise, because there is a new love coming your way. Okay, there's more love to be had elsewhere, because I can see that you may have rejected someone's love offering, or your love offering was rejected in the recent past due to third party. So it's like, because someone was dating someone else, or someone was interested in someone else, somebody didn't get chosen and their cup was refused, And because of that, it was like, oh, I just give up this love stuff. I give up on dating. I just give up. And it's like, just when you're in that energy, it's like, nope, get back out there, okay? Enough of that. We've had enough of that boo-hooing. Who cares if the love was unrequited? Who cares if, they weren't the one? The one is still out there waiting for you, Cancer. Okay? The right one is going to accept that cup. See? Woo! Ace of Cups. All right? Right after that Four of Cups, we said it. It's like, okay, so there was unrequited love. So someone broke your heart. So someone turned you down. Someone said they was in love with someone else, or you found out someone was married, or you found out someone was unfaithful, or you just found out that, hey, after getting involved, you finally can see that you weren't compatible with this person, and you took your love back, you took your cup back, or your love was denied, rejected. But here's Spirit saying, oh, love yourself enough to know when you are being blessed, okay? When rejection is God's protection. It's like, because someone rejected you, something better comes in, something better is offered. And it's like, well, if somebody rejected your cup of love, then start loving yourself. Start nurturing yourself. Start giving that love to yourselves. Spend time with your friends. Spend time with your families. Value your inner peace. Great love is still to be found in the immediate future for you little crabs. So even though your heart was broken in the past, you got rejected, or you rejected someone, or it was just uncompatible, or there was infidelity, Spirit is saying, hey, that's a blessing in disguise. That is removed, okay? Removed, so that you can either love on yourself, heal yourself, work on yourself, or open yourself up to a greater love. A love that's going to be nurturing you. A soulmate. Someone you can count on. Someone who you can depend on. There's going to come a time this weekend where you're going to have to let your guards down a little, so that you can let some love in, because some of you may have closed your hearts because of some betrayal or some rejection in the past. But there's a love coming through that you shouldn't reject, right? Like that Four of Cups. Don't reject this new love coming in. My little crabs. That has been your weekend tea until we sip tea together again. May you have a blessed one. Ciao. Leos, my kings and queens of the jungle. Okay, Leos, welcome to your weekend tea. I'm your oracle reader, the Gemstar, here to spill this weekend tea. We are in this energy of the Gemini, full moon, super moon. So we want to use some moon messages for this weekend tea. Let's see what moon message we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Leos. Okay, Leos. Take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. It's like you're so stressed, Leos. I feel this energy of, oh God, I just need a massage. I need a vacation. I need a time out. I need to unplug, unwind. I need to just breathe. You may be suffering from a lot of anxiety or tension at this time, or a lot of stress. So I can feel that energy with this card, with this moon message for my Leos at this time, where it says, take time to just breathe out. So I feel this energy of tension, of stress, of waiting for the next for the next hit or the next blow. But relax. Relax. Take a deep breath. This too shall pass. If you can, pamper yourselves this weekend. Get a massage. I don't care who you ask to give you the massage. As long as you trust them and you're comfortable with them, try to, get a massage or relax. Take nice warm sea salt baths, bubble baths, oil baths, herbal baths. But I feel like for my Leos this weekend, it's time to just unplug. For Leos, you need to take some time out, take out some time for yourselves, for your own good. Yes, I feel a lot of tension, a lot of weight on the back of your neck, your shoulders, okay? Feeling stressed, feeling tight. And so there's a need to relax. Nice hot tubs, nice sea salt, warm baths, hot oil massage can help Leos during this time. It's also a time for you to share your wisdom and experience with others at this time. Avoid falling into a slump or into stagnation. I feel an energy for Leos, a need to regroup and a need to learn from certain experiences that have happened in the recent past. And learning from it by being thinking before taking action. I feel like some Leos in the recent past took some action without thinking things through, or took on a responsibility or commitment without thinking something through. And that has become a burden, a stress, a concern, a worry. And that needs to be released at this time. Wow, Leos. Okay. That took a minute. You didn't want to tell me. Yes, you want peace and serenity. You need peace and serenity. The Holy Spirit just dropped in. Pray. Pray. Meditate. Listen to meditation. Listen to soft music. This is a time where you should avoid harsh environments, harsh people, harsh places, and things. This is a time where you need peace, quiet, serenity. You need everything to back away, back off, back down. You need to keep the hope, the faith alive with this dove energy. I feel like you getting some help, some assistance. You may receive help and assistance out of the blue. Oh yeah, see? We say you may receive help and assistance out of the blue. For some of you, it's financially. So you may get a windfall, an inheritance, a bonus, a raise. If you were stressed out and worried about money, then this is a good sign to have, as financially things are improving, or that is a concern and that is stressing you out at this time. Okay? For some of you, this is a concern and this is what has you stressed out. But Spirit is saying, don't stress. You are blessed. Okay? You will receive this money. But not at this time. Okay? Oh, okay, I got a message from Spirit just now that some of you may have to cancel. You may have to cancel a vacation, a getaway, a cruise, and you may lose out money. Okay? You may have to cancel a trip and you may lose out money. You may not get refunded uh, the whole amount that you paid for this trip. Some of you may have to cancel a trip because there's not enough money for everybody to go. But I feel strongest this message of, if you've booked a trip, a vacation, a cruise, then either it's not going to meet your expectations, it's not going to be what you thought, you feel like you overpaid for something. So if you manage to go on this trip, some of you may feel like it was a waste of money. For others of you, there's not enough money to go on this trip. And for another group of you, is you want a refund for a trip that you're canceling, but you won't get the entire amount. Okay, they're gonna stay with a percentage of it. Oh wow, Leos. And we were saying at the beginning, for Leos, you're so stressed, so much tension, so much worry, and you need this vacation. You need peace and serenity, but you won't be able to take the vacation at this time, okay, for whatever reason, because you have to cancel last minute, or somebody cancels out on you, or the hotel closes, the ship can't take off due to bad weather, something happens here where a trip has to be canceled, and so you have to stay home and get a hot oil massage. You have to come up with a backup plan. But some of you are concerned about, if the trip is canceled, am I gonna lose out on my money? Like the concert is canceled, am I gonna get my refund? And for some of you, yeah, you're gonna get a refund, but you're not gonna get what you paid for it. Or if you manage to go to this concert, this trip, this vacation, you're not gonna be it's not gonna meet your expectations. You feel like you've paid more than what the trip was worth. It's like, this wasn't worth this much money. There's your energy, the sun, happy times ahead. See, confirmation. Spirit was just saying, right? Yes, there's a trip that's canceled, or something that has to be postponed because you're dealing with other situations, but you will eventually be able to take that trip. You will eventually, be playing in the sun and having fun and enjoying yourselves. Once again, I like to see this energy after so much stress and tension I was feeling at the beginning of the weekend tea with Leos. You need this sun to come out. Some of you may be dealing with water signs or other fire signs, such as yourself, another Leo, Saggy, or Aries. You may also be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, or you need this nurturing, caring, empathy, compassion at this time. You need some understanding, right? You need to be mothered. You need to be loved. You need to be nurtured. You need to be pampered. We can feel it from the beginning of the reading. For what minute there, Leos, you even had the gem star stuck. Like, what the hell just happened? Like, Leo, you just went blank for a moment there. But and then you said, Gemstar, this is the problem. I'm so stressed out. I can't go, you know, I don't have time to go on vacation. I don't have the money to do this. I don't have the time to do that. I'm so stressed. I got so much responsibilities. This, and this and that. And now the Sun and the Queen of Cups. I like to see that because that loving, that nurturing, that caring, someone to pamper you, someone to take care of you, someone to show you compassion and empathy and understanding is coming in to save the day. All right, Leos. Oh, but Leo's Four of Cups, will you accept it? Like, let somebody take care of you. Let somebody nurture you. Okay, it's like Leo's, you is acting hard and tough, and I can handle this, and I can handle that, and I can do this, and I can do that, but you're stressed out. Okay, you're stressed out. Your back, your neck hurt. Your shoulders hurt. You feel weighed down. You feel stressed out. You need a vacation. You need a timeout. You need to unplug. You need to unwind. Someone is offering you nurturing love, and you're like, nope. What are you doing? What are you doing, Leo? It's like, nope. Some of you may be having to cancel a date. All right. You may have to cancel on someone because they got so much on their plate. Or because someone just wants to be alone at this time. Like, I need peace and serenity. If you're not coming to nurture me, to pamper me, to bring softness and kindness and compassion, then if you're not here to give me that massage, please exit stage left. Leos, it's like, I work hard for the money. Yeah, but you got to take out some time to enjoy the money as well, Leos. Because I feel it like, oh, I'm so focused on making this money, making this money, making this money, making this bag, making this bag, making this money, making this money. When you need some loving. You need some loving. Because even though, you know, money may be looking good, Leo, the love life may be a little dry, a little boring. You need to bring some excitement, some joy, a romantic getaway. So it's like, oh, we can't take that romantic getaway right now. But eventually we will. We can still plan for it, right? You can still plan for it. Loving your energy, Leos. Relax. Take a time to breathe out. You are being asked to go. If you can't do it now, find the time to do it, to pamper yourself, to love yourself, to care for yourself, to allow someone to care and, you know, pamper you as well. Come on, Leos. I'm just so confused. You have me so confused on your weekend tea, Leos, because you love being pampered. You love getting attention. You love being loved up. Why are you refusing this cup? Because I gotta go to work, Gemini. I gotta go work overtime. I ain't got no time. I gotta study this weekend. Gemini, you don't understand. Gemstar, you don't understand. Yes, I understand, Leos, but right, work hard, play hard, right? Gotta find time for yourself. Because you may be burning the candle at both ends. And that's why you're stressed out. And Spirit is saying, okay, you may not be able to take that break, that vacation now. But eventually, you will have to. Or you will crash. Whew, Leos. All right. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea together again, may you have a blessed one. Ciao. Virgos, all right, my beautiful practical ones of the zodiac. Let's see what's going on with my perfectionist Virgos, being that it's the super moon, full moon in Gemini. We're deciding that this weekend tea, we will be using our moon deck. So let's get a moon message For my Virgos, if you want to know about the Gemini super full moon, check out the collective message at the beginning of the video. So let's see what is going on with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's your moon message? Give us that moon energy, Virgos. Don't hold back. Ooh, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Some of you may be dealing with Capricorn, Scorpio. Y'all just may be dealing with, you know, hard, tough situations, cycles in your lives that are closing up at this time. So I'm loving this energy for my Virgos, even though it's the full moon in Cappy energy that's come out. So you have been through some very difficult times in the recent past. You may be going through some difficult times right now and are asking, like, you know, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? Where's the silver lining? When is, you know, these dark days gonna end? And the sun is rising, right? The dawn is dawning. It's rising. You're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. Your cloud is gonna have a silver lining, or just your load, the weight of the world on your shoulders is going to become much lighter for my Virgos. So this is a time for Virgos to release control, to trust the universe, to admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed in the recent past. A need to find balance between your personal life and your private life. It's time to stop fearing the worst. How hard are you willing to work for what you want, Virgos? You're being reminded at this time that your effort is required. There may be some work issues that may be occurring or coming to a head at this time. If you're wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, then this is a strong sign to make an exit at this time, Virgos. If it's a dead-end job, if you're unhappy, if they're not paying you your worth, if it's making you sick and miserable, sick and tired of being sick and tired at, this place of employment, then it's time to make an exit. This is the end of a rough time. Consider your ambitions at this time. Pull out all stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. If it's about love, where you feel like, it's been a tough cycle, then know that this tough cycle in love is wrapping up and it's time to face reality and get back into the swing of things, Virgos. There's a need to make a plan if that will help you with certain issues. Like, prioritize yourselves instead of, throwing it all on yourselves and then stressing yourselves out. I feel like Virgos should take something down piece by piece, like breaking something down. I can see like Virgos working on something, building something, but you just can't slap it all together, right? You gotta go piece by piece. If you are in this situation where you're strategizing and coming up with a plan, because you are, detail oriented, All right, stability, security. All right, I see that this weekend, as we said, if it's in the area of love and romance that you've been having tough and difficult times, these cycles are closing up. They're approaching their end, and romance and sweetness will once again envelope your life, okay? Envelope your heart. So with the anchor, with the dog, and with the flowers, you have a bestie here. You're someone's bestie. Your bestie is spending time with you. You guys are spending time. There's sweetness. There's loyalty. This friendship may give you stability and security. And there may be romance that develops out of a friendship. So for some Virgos, with this anchor, this dog, and these flowers that are coming through, and a tough end of a tough cycle is approaching, I can feel this energy of maybe a friendship has been difficult, a relationship has been difficult, but there's stability being regained in a relationship or friendship or connection at this time. You may have been going through a difficult time or situation with someone, but that's clearing up. And of course, the dog is loyal. It's sticking around. It's not going anywhere. And so, of course, with this Capricorn full moon message, it's like, yeah, through the hard times, and that's what friendships and relationships are really all about. The ones that count, right? Those that are there through not only the good times, but the hard times, the difficult times. Finding those connections that stick with you, Virgos, through not only the good times and the happy times and the rich, wealthy times, but the broke times, the sad times, the depressed times, the boring times. That's when, the besties always coming through. That partner, that life partner of yours shows up with flowers, with sweetness. And for some of you, there is a friendship that can become more. Wow, Virgos. Out of a friendship, a romance may develop. Someone who will be consistent in your life. Someone who you can settle down with. If you're starting new relationships, then know that these relationships are starting off in the friend zone. But they may end up, walking you down the aisle. Or bringing you a lot of stability. Where you finally feel like, oh, I can count on this person. I have someone I can count on. I have someone that shows up. Trusting your intuition. That high priestess. Okay? Some of you may be dealing with a Piscean, a Cancerian. You may be also dealing with someone very psychic, very intuitive, a high priestess themselves. You may be in this high priestess energy at this time, tapping into your intuition, listening to that advice that's coming up from within, gaining that inner peace and strength after going through tough, difficult times. So after these tough, difficult times, High Priestess says, now you will have inner peace. Now you will know friendship, you will know love, you will know loyalty, you will know sweetness. There will be people here, you know, that stick around, Virgos. You yourself may be that person to another. The answers are going to come from within, so pay attention to your dreams. You know, don't be surprised that you may dream of a soulmate. You may even see what your soulmate looks like in a dream. Your next love partner may visit you in a dream and talk to you. Oh, okay. For some Virgos, if you are one of these Virgos that have a crush on a friend, you may notice that this friend is unattainable in the romance department. And, you know, that can be heartbreaking. That can leave you feeling like, well, I can't really put my heart out there to take a friendship to the next level because this person is unattainable or emotionally not available. All right, there's someone that you may be interested in, but that you feel is unattainable. And this makes you feel overwhelmed. It may make you feel overwhelmed. All right, so for some of you Virgos, if this is someone interested in you, then I feel like someone is asking themselves this weekend, how can I get, you know, Virgo's attention? How can I win Virgo's heart? Virgo feels like I can't reach them, I can't have them, I can't be with them, they're not available to me, they're not open to me. So there's someone here that wants you, Virgos, but they feel like you keep them at arm's length or you're just not available to them. And that stresses them out. But they stick around, Virgos, in hopes that one day, you know, your heart will turn soft, will start beating for them. For other Virgos, I have another message, a whole different message coming through. That some of you may be feeling trapped, having to live under certain restrictions or under other people's rules or restrictions. You may be feeling trapped by someone. Someone may make you feel like you're not free, you're not free to make your own choices, free to move on, free to make decisions, but you are free. You are free. You can loosen up those ties. You can take off that wrap around your eyes. You can walk away. The swords are not in front of you. They're not blocking your path. Your path. So for some reason, I'm getting this energy for Virgos, like they're feeling trapped in a relationship, a situation, an environment, feeling like they're being restricted by rules, regulations, but you're not. You're not. With this hangman is you keeping yourself in a situation where you feel trapped or not free or overwhelmed, restricted, or controlled. That is not a power that someone has over you, Virgos, is what I'm trying to say. It's like you have given your power away by not making the decision to move forward, to break free. It's like when you have your heart set on a person, right? You have your heart set on a person, but that person is not available. You can't get to this person for one reason or another. But you want to be with this person, you want to be around this person, but because this person is not available to you, you're feeling like a choice has been taken away. But no, you have a choice, right? You can look for love elsewhere. You can find other friends. You can go look for another job. Whatever you feel is stealing your liberty, your joy, your happiness, your freedom, you are actually the one giving the power away. So for some Virgos, in order to end a tough cycle where you may have had your heart set on something, but you see now, you're starting to see now with this hangman, right? Because the hangman is always looking, changing your perspective, looking at something from another point of view. You may have put yourself in a situation where you're unhappy because you've set yourself, you set your eyes or your heart on something that you cannot have. But just because you can't have it doesn't mean you can't choose something else. But it's like with this anchor, it's like, no, Gemstar, I want that. That's what my heart wants. You know, I want that house. I want that car. I want that guy. I want that girl. I want that job. It's like, I feel this energy like, I want that. But Spirit is saying, sorry, Virgos, you can't have that. Some of you cannot have that. You've put your eye on something that you cannot have for one reason or another. It's not available to you. And it has nothing to do with something that you did or not doing, because at the beginning of the reading, it was saying that someone is like, what else can I do, you know, in order to get what I want, what I've set my heart on, what I've set my eyes on. Nothing you can do because it's not available to you. But you are free to make another choice. But for some Virgos, it's like, I want that. No. We don't always get what we want. And sometimes that may be a good thing, right? Sometimes we don't get what we want and we get something better. But I feel this energy in this weekend tea is like the end of a tough cycle approaching. But now, as we spill all the tea, we can see that you are the one that is going to have to end this tough cycle by making another choice. It's like if you're unhappy living with the people that you're living with, then if you don't like rules, if you don't like restrictions, then move out, you know? Find your own place. You're not stuck there. But this energy that's coming through is like, oh no, Gemstar, yeah, I'm stuck here. No, you're choosing to be there. You can always get up take your bags, and leave. It's the same in a relationship. I'm so happy, you know, but I'm stuck here. No, you've convinced yourself that you're stuck because this is something that you have had set your heart on or your eye on. But now you see that it's not going, you know, to work out the way you want to, or you can't have what it is you want, but you're stuck on it. And you've convinced yourself that you have no other option but to stay stuck with this. No. Okay? Hangman says no. You just got to look at it from another point of view. You're choosing to stay stuck. Use your intuition and break free. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and trust that you will meet someone else. If this is, you know, unrequited love situation, you will, you know, meet someone loyal who will bring you security and stability and romance and sweetness and all the things you want. But it may not be with the person that you wanted it to be with. And that's something that, you know, it's tough, but you've got to let it go in order for you to find happiness of your own. Oh, wow, Virgos. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea again, be well, stay blessed, and ciao. Libra, my scales of justice, laying down the law, laying down the justice. Libra. All right, Libra. We're taking this energy of the Gemini super moon, full moon in Gemini to use our moon messages for this weekend tea. Since this is the energy we're in, this super moon energy, this full moon energy, we thought with all this moon energy, we'll just start off with moon messages. Oh, wow, the end of a tough cycle. The same thing as in Virgo. All right. You and Virgo are both getting that card. I want a clarification. Why you also getting it? Oh, work through your fears. Okay, so in order to get through a tough cycle for Libra this weekend, you're going to have to work through your fears. Okay, some of you may be dealing with Capricorn. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. But there's a need to face your fear in order to put something to an end. Let's see why this message is coming up for my Libra at this time. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ending a tough cycle coming to an end. But you will need to work through your fears. So maybe because something is coming to an end, your fears, okay, your doubts, your insecurities are popping up, okay? That's like you lose a job, you're concerned about finding another job. You know, you go through a divorce, will I ever find love again? Or will I be able to be independent, be happy, you know, single? It's like whatever is ending in your life is triggering a fear. That's what we're feeling with this energy right now. Something that's coming to an end is triggering a fear. Oof, the snake. Okay. So you are removing a snake from your life. All right? Or for some of you, you're concerned with ending a relationship or connection with someone because you're afraid of their reaction, or you're afraid of what they might do, or if they'll retaliate, because this person is a snake. All right, so you want to finally break free from someone, Libra, who you are now seeing is a snake in your life. But as you break free, or as you consider breaking free, your fear is triggered because you're wondering what their reaction will be when you break free. Right? You're no longer desiring someone. You're no longer attracted to someone. You see someone for the snake that they are. You want to break free from this toxic person, but you're afraid of what they might do. I don't care. This is friend, family, foe. I don't care who this is. They're a snake. You finally see them for the snake that they are. You're no longer desiring any connection with this person. You're no longer attracted. You're no longer invested, interested. You want to end this toxic cycle. But some of you are wondering, like, what will they do once I try to break free? Oh, wow. All right, Libra. Oh, the Lovers Triangle. Woohoo! Someone has fallen off their throne. It's like, whoa, someone just fell off their pedestal with you, Libra. You're like, you are no longer my queen. You are no longer my king. I do no longer do I see you as royalty. Okay? You is a cheat. You is a lie. You is a fake news. You is a snake in the grass. And yeah, I want to end this relationship with you. You may be dealing with another Libra. You may be dealing with Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo as well. I feel it's coming through. Aquarius also coming through. But wow, thank you, Scales of Justice. Yours has been the easiest tea spill of the night. It's just plain and simple. Nothing confusing about that, right? Because Libra's giving it to you. Laying down the law, laying down the justice. It's Libra saying, oh, hell to the no. You're not going to cheat on me and think I'm going to stick around. No, I want to leave. I want to exit. I want a divorce. I want this to be over with. But there's this fear creeping up. Like, what will they do? And Libra, this can be vice versa. Like, if you're the one in the Lovers Triangle, like someone wants to tell you, like, oh no, Libra, I don't want to be with you. But I'm feeling like Libra has caught someone. Oh yeah, wounded warrior. It's like, oh hell no. How many times have I forgiven you? How many times have you done this? I always gotta be worried and concerned. Every time you go out with your friends, your family, I always gotta be concerned about what shenanigans you're up, you're doing. Oh. There may have been even fist fights, punches, slaps. I mean, there may have been physical fights between you and someone else. Or this is breaking out this weekend. It's like someone is getting caught cheating and someone is getting, that black eye, that missing tooth. Someone is getting bopped in the head. Libra, laying down the law, laying down the justice, baby. We're going to court. Going to court. Watch it that we don't get locked up. Because we get in a fight. No, okay? They cheated on you. If this is them, love is triangling. Okay? If they cheated on you, just let them go. Don't fight for them. Don't fight for them. Don't get locked up. Don't get your pretty face all messed up. Okay? Don't get into, you know, a fight for someone who's been fooling around on you. They're not worth it. Okay? And be careful if you're being caught, you know, straying and cheating, that your love interest doesn't try to attack you. But I feel like some of you, you know, have been putting up with somebody's shenanigans here, and they finally got their hands caught in the cookie jar. You finally have the receipts, and it's time to put somebody, you know, on blast. Like, yeah, somebody's been having a little too much fun with the Nine of Cups. They've been drinking, going to the bar, talking to this one or that one, all these options, all these choices. And Libra is like, oh, hell to the no. I'm going to go to the bar and have me some fun. Libra is like, no, 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 no. I got to go have me some pleasure and some fun. And somebody's going out looking for pleasure and fun, and they just may get it, all right? They just may get it. They just may get caught in the bar and just get beat up right there, right at the bar. They might get one of these cups, one of these bottles just broken up, right? Look, broken up right upside their head. Like, oh, who's that? That ain't me. I'm the one wearing the wedding ring here. I'm the one wearing the engagement ring. I'm the one you living with. Why I'm not the one here, you know, having drinks with you, having a merry old time. And bam, somebody just get, you know, that that goblet right upside the head. That bat right upside the head. And so we say no violence. Just walk away. They're not worth it. They are not worth it. And if you're the one sneaking around, you better be very careful, because somebody's going to be very, very angry. And they can get violent. They can get physical. So we're just forewarning you. But, you know, if you're the one catching someone and you get angry, remove yourself. Remove yourself. Go with someone. Have someone pull you out. Like, hey, if you see me getting mad, if you see the scales of justice ready to hit, you know, lay down that gavel on somebody's head, yo, pull me back, pull me out. But yeah, I feel like somebody's been having too much of a good time, cheating, lying, doing all these shenanigans, and now they no longer your king, your queen. You're no longer looking at them, you know, like the king and you're no longer treating them like the king and the queen in your life, or you are not getting treated like the king and the queen, because they're treating others. They're treating others. Love is triangles. There's snake in the grass. Okay? Sabotage. Just having a good old time with other people. What you need is a vacation. What you need is to have a good old time. And yes, you're going to get a wish granted. You're going to get a wish granted because you deserve it. Oh, you see the sun. You're going to get a wish granted. If you've been wanting to catch somebody cheating, or you're going to catch them all right. You ain't going to be happy about it, Libra. And that's why we're saying, you know, it's easy to get locked up, get caught up in the anger. And with the Scorpio energy and this Capricorn energy, yeah, it can become confrontational, physical, violent. And so we ask you to step away. Or know that after a difficult time, you're going to be free from this. You're going to be free from this, because this person, with all the nonsense that they're doing, they may get themselves locked up. And leave you free to move on. Okay? It's necessary to make a sacrifice. Yeah. It's like, end this cycle, end this relationship, end this situationship that you're going through at this time, Libra. Face your fears, okay? And set yourself free from this toxic person. Focus on your fitness, you know, focus on your bag, focus on loving on yourself, taking care of yourselves, giving yourselves emotional peace, achieving your goals and your dreams, and doing you. I feel this need for Libra to do you, because after someone has done you so dirty, they think that they can come back and continue doing this and leaving you hanging dry, leaving you, you know, exhausted, having to constantly argue and fight with this person. No, something's happening this weekend that is going to allow you to break free and end this toxic connection. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea again. Ciao, Libra. Scorpios, welcome to your weekend tea. I'm your oracle and reader, the Gem Star, here to spill the weekend tea with you. And being that we are doing these readings during the full moon in Gemini, the super moon, we want to use moon message cards. So let's begin with a moon message for Scorpio. What message we have for Sun, Moon? That's too many. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio. Okay, everybody's getting this end of a tough cycle. That's 3 times in a row. Okay? That has never happened to the Gem Star. Okay, so this super moon, this full moon is Gemini, is really ending a lot of tough cycles, you know, for a lot of people. A new start is coming. So the end of a tough cycle, Scorpios, and a new start coming, and your new start may begin by the new moon. Okay? So now we're in the full moon. When this wraps up, this full moon wraps up, and the new moon in 2026 begins, you will have a new start. Let's see what this new start is all about for Scorpio. New start for Scorpio. A new start is coming. Okay? Alright, you're moving, you're relocating. Moving away from something that was giving you security, stability, to move on to something new. Okay? So some of you are leaving your job for a new job. You're going to be in new jobs in 2026. Or some of you will be in new relationships, in new homes, in new locations. But we see that Scorpios are picking up their anchor and moving forward. Okay? This relocation, this change has not occurred. Okay? It's in the process of occurring. Right? The tough cycle is in the process of ending, so this new start by the new moon can come in, and that new moon is coming in 2026. So most likely you'll start that new job in 2026, that new relationship. You'll be living in that new house, okay? But you're in the process of finalities and getting ready for a new experience. Oh, we see, yes. So if it's a new job, you're going to make more money in this new job. If you're selling property, you're going to make good money off of it. If you're wanting to go on a cruise, go on a vacation, you're going to be able to do it. But the message that's coming through for Scorpio is that in 2026, you will have the finances to make this move. All right? And that's why we said you're in the process. For some Scorpios, you haven't done it yet. You haven't started yet. But, you know, maybe you're waiting for some money to come through so that you can make that final move. Oh, there it is. Relocation. There you go. There's the house. Okay, so the house isn't bought yet. It isn't sold yet. It's still in the process of being sold, okay? Or in the process of you moving your things out. But either way, there's money being made, whether you bought or sold, or you're relocating, or you're starting new jobs. This is bringing financial blessing. Having the financial blessings to make this move, okay? To do this relocating, which hasn't occurred yet. It's in the process of. Because you could have just sold the house and you're still in the process of moving out. You're not totally out yet. Because here's the new start is coming. And a tough cycle ending, that Capricorn that came out first, that repeated it 3 times in a row for 3 signs. So it's been a tough time to sell a house. It's been a tough time to buy a house. It's been a tough time relocating, finding, you know, where you want to relocate to. It's been a tough time, you know, getting to this new start, this new beginning. But in 2026, it's happening. No doubt about it. Come back and leave it in the comment section. Yes, Gemstar, you was right. 2026. Yes, the wish granted. The 9 of Cups. The good time. Time to party. Time to celebrate. The housewarming party. Okay? Yeah, so as we said, there's going to be times to celebrate. There's that wish granted. That house sold. That house bought. That new job that pays you well. Being able to relocate, being able to travel, have some fun. Now you have some cash and money to spend and treat yourself. Okay, so we see wishes granted, you having a good time. As we said, it's been a difficult time getting this, you know, this car sold or this house sold or yourself moved. But it's going to happen. And sooner than what you think. Yeah, 2026 is just a couple of weeks away. All right. Yeah, so some of you, you know, you have no other choice but to move. You're left out in the cold. The neighbors don't like you. You don't like the house. You don't like the neighborhood. You don't like the community. it's time to go. It no longer makes you happy. But because you trust in yourself, Scorpio, there we go. The High Priestess, trusting yourself, trusting in your intuition, you know, using your discernment, being able, you know, to make these money moves. So after, you know, feeling left out in the cold, feeling unsupported, here you have that wish granted. You're going to have money to be able to provide for yourselves, to take care of yourselves, to take care of your loved ones, and to also splurge on yourself, enjoy yourselves, have a vacation, make a big purchase. Yeah, because a lot of you Scorpios, you know, you have been stressed and worrying, even little insecurities creeping up after, you know, either unemployment has occurred or loss of a home has occurred, having health issues or, you know, financial issues. There was like a loss of support, that some Scorpios have gone through in the recent past from friends and family. You may have felt like you hit rock bottom or you were at the bottom. But as we see, if you feel like you hit rock bottom or you were at the bottom or you feeling left out, cold, abandoned, then, you know, the universe is looking out for you, saying trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Go ahead and move forward because this new start is waiting for you, Scorpios. So after a time of loss, a feeling left out, a feeling unsupported, you're going to be able, you know, to celebrate 2026. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea again, be well, stay blessed, and ciao. Saggies, welcome Saggies. I'm your reader, the Gem Star, here to spill the weekend tea with you. Let's get a moon message for Saggies. All right, Saggies, let's see what is going on with Sagittarius. All right, Saggies. I usually sing my little jingle for Aquarius, but Saggies, you brought it out of me. All right, Saggies. Balance spirituality and practicality. All right, my globetrotters of the zodiac. So many people, I guess it's that full moon and that super moon energy that's occurring right now in the full moon in Gemini that has everybody's intuition heightened, okay, with this Pisces energy. Intuition is heightened at this time. Follow your dreams, okay? Keep a dream journal. Pay attention to the messages, the symbols, the signs, the synchronicities occurring. You may be, you know, having experiences where an ancestor is visiting you. You see the ghost. You hear, smell. You smell them, hear them. A loved one that has passed on in the spirit world is trying to connect with you and reach out to you. You may have some paranormal activity going on over the weekend. Okay? Spooky, kooky, and everything ooky going on for Sagittarius this weekend. But with the Pisces and that Neptunian energy where it can go into fantasy world, you know, it's reminding you to stay practical. Like, stay grounded. slow and steady wins the... Oh, it said stay grounded. Okay. So for some of you, when it comes to love and romance, the first message I see here with this heart, okay? It's like, take it down a notch. Because I feel this energy like love at first sight, being head over heels, being infatuated with someone. I feel more of an energy of someone either being infatuated with you or you being infatuated with someone. And with this Pisces energy, that doesn't help because we're living in the fantasy. It's so romantic. It's sexual chemistry. We just all loving up on each other. But there's a need to get real. Keep it real. Okay? Don't put someone on a pedestal. Don't go and elope with someone. It's like, slow it down for your own protection. There's a need to protect your heart and not to move a relationship too fast because you got rose-colored glasses on, because you all lovey-dovey, okay, because you all infatuated. It's like, I met this person. You hear that all the time. Oh, I just met someone and I think I'm in love. No, you's not in love. Snap out of it. Snap out of it with this energy. With this Piscean energy. Okay? With this turtle energy. Like, slow it down. You're living in the fantasy. You already see yourself getting married. You already see yourself having children. Okay? You already writing down the names of the children. And, this person is just having a good time right now, Saggies. Or you're going to have to let somebody know to, slow things down with you. It's the fantasy. Yeah, okay. We got the love. The new love is here, definitely. All right? The new love is here. But there's a need to slow things down with this turtle energy to protect your heart. Protect your heart. Don't move a connection too fast. Watch it with that falling in love overnight. Okay? Get to know somebody. Keep it practical. Follow your intuition. Listen to what your intuition is saying. It's like, okay, it's nice that, you like each other. Y'all all over each other. That's cute and everything. But keep your feet on solid ground. Don't get, whisked away. This is not a romance novel. Saggy, it may be you telling somebody that, okay? Doesn't have to be you that's the one that's infatuated with the rose-colored glasses. You're like, oh, I'm all in love, and I just met him 2 days ago, or I just met her a day ago, and I already want to marry her, have her babies and everything. Look, slow it down. What did we just say? Oh, that is confirmation. Yes, Gemstar speaks the truth. Nothing but the truth, because Spirit speaks truth. Alright? Spirit said, oh, here we go. Somebody already sees themselves as a wife, as a hubby, having children. What we said. There it is. The wife, the bride, the engagement. It's like I'm so infatuated. This is a new love, and somebody's already wanting to, tie somebody down, get married. And this person is, nope, I'm not marrying you. Like, slow it down. Like, I like you, you're cute, we having a good time, but we got to get to know each other. We got to get to know each other. You're not wifey yet. You not hubby yet. You haven't put a ring on it. So slow it down. Okay? For some Sagittarius, I got the message like somebody's making all these demands. Like, they your hubby or they your wife, but they haven't even put a ring on it. Like, why are you asking all these questions? Why are you interrogating me? Why are you asking me where I was, who I was talking to? What? You not my husband, you not my wife. Like, back up. And for somebody else, it's just, you know, you infatuated with someone and you already talking about getting married and having children, and you see yourself already engaged with this person, and you need to slow things down and get to know someone. Because yes, this is love, but it's new love. And it's just at the beginning where everything is good and everybody's with their representative on their best behavior. You haven't seen the other side yet. You haven't seen if there's any red flags yet. And you already want to have their baby and get married, and or somebody's trying to rush you. And you're like, wait a minute, no. We don't know each other that well. And for other Sagittarius, it's like someone who you've been seeing and dating is like putting all these expectations on you and demands and pressures on you, like you already their husband or their wife, interrogating you, trying to look at your phone and everything. And it's like, wait. You haven't put a ring on it. Like, what are you doing? Oh, this is juicy. Oh, yeah, you see somebody's like, oh, I'm victorious. I already have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is like, yeah, I already have you. But, you know, you have a lot of friends. You have a lot of people that support you. Someone here, you know, is good on their own. It's like I have a lot of admirers. I have a lot of people who support me. You know, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of options. I'm still dating around. Like, slow your roll. Like, let's not talk about marriage right now. Saggy, it could be you. It could be you. Like, I want to leave my options open. Like, I got my friends, my family. I got my peeps. I got other interests or other options. Like, I'm enjoying my life right now. I'm having a good time. And you know, for some Sagittarius, it's like if you think that you're just gonna come in overnight and then, you know, wife me up or hubby me up. No. True relationships take a lot of hard work. Okay, you don't get to the Six of Wands without hard work. This is a hard-won victory. And it's like Sagittarius is saying, if you want me as a hubby or a wife, or you want me in the future, then you're gonna have to work for it. That's right. Sagi's like, no. You just don't get me. You just don't try to treat me like a hubby or a wife without doing the work. Okay? Without putting in the work. I don't even have the ring on my finger yet. Oh, you see? Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah, you don't pay my bills. Somebody's like, nope, you don't pay my bills yet. I'm not your wife. I'm not your husband. I'm not here to take care of you. I'm not here to clean your house. Hey, you see? Oh my God. 5 of Wands. I'm telling you. It's like options. Like, I got people, you know, fighting over me. You see how fast? Right? We went from the 6 of Wands to the 5 of Wands. You see how fast that happened? That's why Spirit was saying, slow down from the very beginning. It's like, oh yeah, this relationship was looking good, right? At the very beginning, and then bam, here's Here's the confrontations. Gotta fight for this person's attention. Gotta fight for this person's love. Oh, they got options. Okay. Someone here doesn't want to be a wife, doesn't want to be a husband, is not committed. Is not committed. Is not for commitment. They like being admired. They like being praised. They like their ego stroked. You know? They like everyone just surrounding them. And that's what's going on in this weekend tea, Saggies. That someone was infatuated. Someone met somebody new. Someone already rushed the connection here. Already committed to the connection, you know, mentally and emotionally. But you're committing to a person who doesn't want commitment, who doesn't want marriage, who has their options open, who you are going to have to fight for their time, for their love, for their affection, because other people are fighting for their time, their love, and affection, their friends, their family, okay, their other ops. So slow things down and get to know someone better. Because you may be thinking, oh, this is a husband material or wifey material, but you will see, give it time, well, you will see that this is a person that is non-committal. Or who will take a relationship very, 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 very slow. That engagement will take forever. That marriage will take forever to happen because they're preoccupied with so many other activities, other extracurricular activities. That has been your weekend tea, Saggies. May you have a blessed weekend. Thanks for dropping by and sipping some tea with us. Capricorns, my little goats. What's going on, my little goats? Let's go up that mountain together. And let's see what's going on for Cappy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We got the Moon message cards for this weekend tea. Enjoying this full moon in Gemini, talkative Gemini. Talk, 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 talk. That's right. It's time to make one of my long videos. Talk, talk, talk with this full moon in Gemini. And a super moon at that. Okay. Oh, you know, I'm about to physically remove this card from this deck. This is literally the 4th time this comes out. The end of a tough cycle approaching, and it is your card. It finally came out for full moon in Capricorn. Your card, your energy, even though it's full moon in Gemini now, but your moon message is for you specifically. And 3 other signs got it, you know, before you. I believe it was Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio. I believe it was Libra, Sagittarius, and Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. But 3 other signs got it before you. I shuffled it, reshuffled, took it out, put it back in, and here it is again. So this is, you know, an energy that's happening to many people at this time, where people have been having a difficult go of it lately, and things are coming to a close. You know, the final countdown, the final climax. This is a time, Capricorns, to release control. A professional project may be ending. This is a time of strong work. All right, working that candle at both ends, putting in that overtime, working 2, 3 jobs, just work, 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 you know, go to work, come home, do some more work, and the weekend comes, still things to work on, and it's time, you know, being overworked, overburdened. But the full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy, and will more than likely come up when you're asking about what is your professional next step. Then if you're asking a professional next step, it's time to come up with a plan and prioritize yourself. This is a time for you to move through any feelings of hopelessness that you may have been having lately. Making a plan is going to be better use of your time. So instead of panicking, instead of freaking out that things are coming to an end, or you're going to have to end something or exit something, or, you know, out of the blue, something ends. Instead of panicking and worrying and going into freak out mode, go into planning mode. Calm down and plan. Because you have a strong work ethic. And so if anybody can come up with a strategic, functioning, working plan, it will be you. So things are wrapping up right now. Work issues may come to a head right now. You may, you know, leave a job, get fired, or you may be thinking about leaving a job. If you are, it's time to go. If you've been having a rough time in a friendship, in a relationship, any type of situation, then this is the weekend to consider exiting it. All right, little goats? But whatever has been making your life a living hell, you need to hoof it off the mountain. You know how the gem star always says, hoof it off the mountain. All right, Cappies. You may be dealing with Leos, or you is one tough cookie. Success and strength. You are roaring. You is the king and the queen of the jungle, little goats. Okay, you is the king and the queen of the mountain. All right, the king and the queen of the mountain. You are working hard, and you will reach your success because you are hardworking, and that strength is coming through, and people can see it. You walk in a room and it's like royalty, Capricorns. Yes, it's like Capricorn has arrived. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's like, maybe you've been feeling like crap lately, Cappies. Maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself. Maybe you've been looking like crap, feeling like crap, not taking care of yourself like you usually would. But over the weekend, it's like, oh no, Capricorn has arrived. Who is that? Capricorn had a glow up. The little goats had a glow up, had their hooves manicured. And so watch out, world. Capricorn is ready to come through. That moon energy again, and money, money, money. It's like, I've been working hard because I've been needing to make that money. I want to make changes in my life. I want to move on from this job. I want to move. Yeah, for some of you, you are, you know, quitting a job, putting your resumes out there. You already one foot in the job, one foot out the job. You know, one foot in this location, one hoof in another location. It's been difficult lately to, you know, keep a budget balanced. It's been difficult to make all these ends meet, but you have been doing it. You have been doing it. But what's been taking a hit is your savings. You've been unable to save like you usually would for some Capricorns. Because there has been, you know, so many bills. The price of everything is going up, 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 up. We might as well be living in a cloud because the prices are so damn high. We could touch the universe. We could touch the sky. But this luck and this money is going to come through because you don't quit. You're willing to leave a job and look for another one. You're willing to quit. You're willing to walk out if you're not getting paid your worth. You may have had to take on, you know, extra jobs just to make ends meet. Oh, yeah. Man, this Nine of Wands has come out a lot this evening as well. It's like, you've been through hell. We said it. You've been through the ringer. One of the hardest working, you know, zodiac signs is Capricorn, boy. They work on that bag. They work on their business. They work on becoming entrepreneurs or, you know, holding positions of authority, of management, of executives. Capricorn is that high executive energy, that boss energy. And, you know, when you are working your way to the top of that mountain, a lot has to be sacrificed. Family, friends, time, your fun, your own rest and relaxation. You've given up a lot to get to where you are. And you still are working hard just to keep it, just to maintain it. And it's like, when am I going to get a break, Gemstar? You're going to get it. That tough cycle is closing up now. And change is afoot. Change is afoot. You are strong though, right? No one can take you down, Cappies. Oh yeah, you see, working hard. Your skills, your talents, your abilities. Putting it out there. Networking. Working with others. Collaborating. You're doing it all. It's like, what is it that you can promote? You can sell? How you can make money? How can you put your talents out there? Network. Let people know what you have to offer. What you have to offer. It's like, example, you a construction worker, you can offer to work on people's houses to make extra money, all right? It's like, I know how to do hair and nails. You can do hair and nails on the side at home and open your own, you know, business on the side. It's like, what is it that you can do that can make you money, that you're not putting it to use? It's time to put it to use. It's time to find others, you know, to invest in you or to work with, or take, if you overhear someone, you know, having car trouble, trouble with their plumbing or trouble with their electrical, and you are handy and you know how to do those things, then you got the skills, the talents, the abilities to do it, then offer your services. It's like, what services do you have to offer at this time that can make you money? Because that is going to relieve the struggle. You have to find other ways to bring in income. Because if you have one job and you're unhappy and it's not paying you well, okay? Because the current job is not paying you your worth, then you're looking for other ways to make money. Because, hey, times is hard. So many choices, so many options. What to do, Gemstar? I have so many skills, so many abilities. Then, which is the one that you have mastered? Which out of all these skills, talents, and abilities you have are your strongest? And work with that. Start with that. So many choices and options. So many offers coming my way. Then hold out for the best offer, the best option. Don't make a decision when you are confused. Hold out for the best. And this is show your best. Show up. Show up, show out. Show up, show out, Capricorns. It's like you almost there. You almost at the finish line, right? 9 of Wands. It's not a burden yet. It hasn't broken you yet. But there's so many options. You have so many skills, so many talents. There's so many offers on the table, on the plate. What works? What is going to work for you? What is going to give you the luck and the money that you want? What is going to make you feel strong, secure, and successful? What is going to make you bring in that change and close out that tough cycle that you've been going through? That's like at the beginning of the reading, it was telling you, come up with a plan. Come up with a plan because you have a lot of options. There's a lot of things that you can do or a lot of choices and decisions that you can make. But, only very few, a possible one of them will be the right one. So it's important to go through your options and your choices and your decisions before making your final one. And it's important for you to use your talent, your skills, and your abilities to find other ways to make money, to bring income in. Diversify. Diversify. That's like when they tell you it's not just good enough to have a savings. You need a savings, a 401k. You need stock. You need bonds. You need gold. You need some Bitcoins. It's like diversify. Okay, we got a 9-to-5 job, but we have other talents and skills and abilities that we can turn into a business or we can use to make some money, right? You love cooking, you love baking. Hey, that's sellable. Put it out there. Let people know. These are the services I'm offering and these are my prices, and call me up. That is going to be a way to get out of tough financial spots you find yourselves in, Capricorns. That has been your weekend tea until we sip tea again. May you have a blessed one, my little ghosts. Ciao. Aquarius, Aqua, welcome back, Aquarius. I'm your reader, the Gemstar, here to spill the weekend tea. And this is the full moon in Gemini energy, the super moon. And even though we do these weekend tea reads, I've had many people reach out to me and say, it happened a week after, it happened a month after. So remember, time is fluid. Even though these are the weekend readings, they could happen throughout the month of December, even into January. Let's begin with a moon message for Aquarius. Aqua, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is going on for Aqua? Aqua, Aqua. Luck is on your side, Aquarius. Some of you may be involved with a Saggy, because this is the new moon in Saggy energy. But luck is on your side. Stay focused and keep your eye on the prize. I just love it. It's like keep your eye on the prize. The arch archer. You want that bow and arrow. Just like Cupid. So you can aim it at what you want. This is a time of good fortune. Good fortune. Things turning out in your favor, Aquarius. Good things happening, occurring. Alright? This is that energy that you should count your blessings. Alright? When we see our new moon in Sagittarius, since luck is on your side, whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. This is a time to restart your fun. Alright? So if you've been work, or bored, or homebound, now it's time to get out there and have some fun. Especially if you've been feeling low. You are an adventurous sign, so you like taking risks and having fun and going on adventures. Being locked up and cooped up in the house doesn't work for Sagittarius. So it's time for Sagittarius this weekend to have some fun. This is a wonderful time to start a course or study or even teaching. Start a week of gratitude practice and count your blessings. Literally write them down or say them out loud. Some of you, there can be a trip. You can be traveling. You can be also starting a new job. There's some messages coming through. Some people blessing you with some gifts. But there's some exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead. And Lady Luck is on your side. So, you know, a little gambling, a little casino action, a little lotto action. Be in it to win it, right? That's what they say. Be in it to win it. Oh! Okay, success. Justice. Luck is on your side. This is going... Alright, so I see that some of you may have gotten disheartened in the recent past with this luck on your side at this time. You may have gotten disheartened because there's some plans that may have failed. You may have lost a home. You may have had to move. There may have been a natural disaster that, you know, you had to relocate. Some of you may have wound up in a shelter. Some of you may have gotten evicted, kicked out. Some of you may have lost your job or got demoted, or some hours were reduced. But in the recent past, you have felt like there has been a lot of injustice. Things haven't been working out. Things haven't been fair. And that's why it's saying luck is on your side. It's like, yeah, there has been things that haven't worked out. There has been injustice. There has been a lot of loss. But now it's time for you to have a win. Okay, there may be a female helping you, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, helping you out at this time. Or you are just emanating this energy of compassion, empathy, nurturing. Your intuition is strong. Being loving and kind. Some of you are like, I'm so good, so loving, so kind. Why does all this crap happen to me? Why did I lose my house, my job? Why is things unfair, unjust? When I'm nurturing, giving, loving, it's like bad things happen to good people. That's how I'm feeling this energy of, you know, sometimes bad things happen to good people. You know, an act of nature. You couldn't control that. No one could control that. Losing a case in court, that was out of your control. There's a lot of things here, like, I feel Aquarius saying, why do all these things are happening to me? But there has been a lot of things that have been out of your control. And, you know, life is just going to happen. Things happen. Disasters happen. Bad things occur. But you see, 9 of Pentacles, good things occurring. Luck is on your side. Money coming through, being able to take care of you, take care of yourself, being comfortable, living life of luxury here. So it's like after loss and difficult times and being in this energy of like, I'm so good, I'm so kind, I'm so loving, I'm so giving, I'm always looking out, I'm always showing up, I'm always there. Why do all these bad things happen? And it's that saying, you know, bad things happen to good people, you know, things happen that are just out of our control. And this energy of taking it personal is what has to be released. But because you've been going through this hard time, and it's like you're questioning, I feel you like questioning the universe. And the universe is saying, okay, we're about to bless you, right? We're about to send you money. We're about to make it possible for you to move into a new house and or get that job, okay? As we said, we were joking around about you got to be in it to win it, buy a lottery ticket. But, you know, that's the message coming through. It's like you can come into a large sum of money, possibly through an inheritance or lottery winnings, or an investment finally paying off. You know, for some of you, Aquarius, someone whom, which just fell out. Oh, 5. See, someone you had, we was gonna say, someone you had in the home caused a lot of problems. It's like when you move in a stranger, a family member, or a friend, you let somebody stay in your house and all they bring is problems. All right, the people they know, the people they hang out with, the people that they bring over, or, you know, just them. There's someone, if it was a house that you lost, or as we said, something could have happened in a house where a house could have got shot up, or a house could have got blown up or caught fire because someone who was living in the house was being reckless, was up to no good, maybe was getting high and fell asleep. But it looks like someone who you let into your home caused you a lot of loss, a lot of problems, even a loss of money, because you've had to somebody could have gotten you, you know, kicked out with the continuous fighting or being loud, disturbing the peace. It's like someone here was being real irresponsible that you had living with you, whether it was your child, whether it was, you know, a partner, a friend, a family member, someone, a roommate. But this person, they started because you're the loving, kind one. You was doing well all by yourself. You was doing well all by yourself, Aquarius, and you moved somebody in. You see how the house look all blown up, or the house fell on the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay, unfairness, like somebody got locked up. You had to call the cops on someone. You had to be strong. This person was testing you. Okay, you've lost a lot of patience with this person, money, energy. And you were doing fine all by yourself. And then this person came in. You let this person in your life or into your home. And all they brought was problems, fights, problems. Destroying your property. Destroying your peace. Look at how peaceful you look here. Peaceful. The queen of the castle. The king of the castle. And then you moved in somebody. And a disaster. It can happen too at work, where, hey, you were working independently, you was doing a good job, just handling your workload on your own. And then they hired someone, and they're like, oh, Aquarius, here's this new hire, help them, teach them. And they just messed it all up. They messed up your records, they messed up your files, they deleted data, they lost information. Sabotage. And you could have lost your home. You could have lost your job. It's like you're doing good single. And okay, you start dating someone. Now that someone likes to, you know, drink or just be confrontational, possessive, controlling, egotistical, combative, confrontational, defensive, and it's every day an argument and a fight with this person. And so right now, luck is on your side for good things to come in. Money coming in, freedom from toxic people, places, and things, and being good all on your own. Okay, you don't have to compete with someone. You don't have to prove your point. You don't have to justify yourself. No, Aquarius. It's time to let somebody go. Somebody who is greedy, power hungry. All right? Someone who is just always creating problems and obstacles. Someone, you know, who took advantage of you. Yeah, someone who's being really nasty and unfair. Someone, you know, immature, hurting you all the time, making you feel bad, being self-destructive, destroying other people's properties, disrespecting people's boundaries, challenging your authority. Yeah, because you're the queen, the king of the castle, and they're just challenging you. If this was on the work front, they're challenging you. And it's like, oh hell no, some good things are coming, and it might remove some of these toxic people, because we want this injustice to become justice by 2026. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sip tea again, Aquarius. Ciao. Pisces, my little fishies. Pisces, welcome to your weekend tea with your reader, the Gem Star. Yes, we in that talkative, talk. Gemini energy, super moon, full moon in Gemini. Oh, and because of that, we're working with the moon message deck. Let's do our moon message first. Oh, you're very close to achieving your goal, Pisces. Very close to achieving your goal, right? It's like look at eye. Keep your eye on your goal. Keep an eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the trophy. Because you are very close to achieving your goal. It's that don't quit energy. Keep it going energy. Keep moving forward. You almost there energy. You know that you are on the right track. And with this, super moon going on, being in touch with your intuition is heightened at this time, right? Heightened. You can see things very clearly now. Nothing is hidden from you. You can see that moon very clearly. Yeah, there's trees all around, but you can see that moon. So there are things that you see very, very clearly at this time. You know that you are headed towards the right track. It's a good time to review your plans. It's a good time to keep your momentum going. Move towards your dreams. Don't get distracted. Stay focused. Start a new project. Get back to good health habits. Know that you are on the right track. Your intuition is letting you know what to do next. What to do next. Turn left here. Make a right there. Strength and resourcefulness. The bear. Okay. So you almost at full strength. Not quite there, but you almost at full strength. Those resources took a little hit, but you're replenishing your resources right now. You're working on replenishing your resources. You're working on nurturing yourself, regaining your strength. Okay? Lately, you could have been feeling pooped out, like an old man, like an old woman, no energy, no motivation, tired, exhausted. Oh, it's like, oh my God. A woman's work is never done. A man's work is never done. For some of you, you have an elderly grandfather, father, uncle, an elderly patriarch who is not doing well health-wise, is not doing well health-wise, and they may be working on a will at this time, or talking to you about an inheritance. Okay, yeah. With this shark, power and survival in reverse, there may be someone who, whose time in the physical world is coming to a close physically. Someone may be passing on soon because they're up in age and because their health is deteriorating. And so you may hear from them, and they may be discussing with you, Pisces, about, their finances, their property, who's going to inherit what, maybe discussing a will, or just talking about, how things are going to get settled, divided. But someone here, you know, may be passing on because not only of their old age, but because their health is deteriorating. They can no longer work. Their body is not strong enough for it. They've been working hard their whole life. And, you know, they're already in that retirement age. Oof. Confirmation. Death. And for some of you, yes, it's a physical death of someone. Someone already, you know, a patriarch, a matriarch, old in age, who is no longer working, whose health has been deteriorating. They're not as strong as they used to be. They're not able, you know, to continue on survival mode. And as you see, confirmation, Six of Pentacles. Here they're dividing, right? 3 pentacles for you, a pentacle for me, 2 pentacles for your cousin over here. As we said, someone may be discussing a will. Someone may be dividing their assets, their property. You know, somebody may be in hospice. Or somebody already knows, like, their time is coming, right? If the time is coming, they see that light. They're getting called to heaven. For someone here, Pisces, someone is getting called to heaven. And it's like, you know, Pisces, you know, 3 pentacles are gonna go for you, and 1 pentacle is gonna go for this person, and the other 2 pentacles are gonna go for that person. You know, when I pass on, yeah, I'm sorry, you know, I'm gonna leave you alone. This person is old, alone, you see? It's like they worked hard all their life and their time is coming. For someone here, you know, their time is coming. You might be visiting a funeral home, a mortuary. Someone may be discussing, you know, their burial plot as well. Like, am I going to be cremated? These are my final wishes. So Pisces, someone is saying, you're in charge of having my final wishes, you know, fulfilled. After I die, right? Someone is saying, you know, after I die and I leave you alone, you are in charge of carrying, you know, my wishes to the letter. This is where I want to be buried. This is, you know, what I want on my tombstone. So for some of you, that discussion is happening over the weekend. And for others of you, then with you coming very close to achieving a goal, it's because you have been able to go through a deep transformation after following your intuition and going within. That's the hermit, goes within, goes in search of wisdom, peace, quiet, to study, to meditate, okay, to learn from the life lessons. And that's allowing this deep transformation and change going, you know, within you. You have discovered so much about yourself. You've grown. You now have, new skills, abilities, and talents. You could have went back to school, or you could have just studied on your own. You could have went in solitude and did some studying, or just did some self-work, healing. And now there's a period of generosity coming your way. Also, you're being offered money for a skill, a talent you have, or a service you provide. Someone knows you do some type of work and they want to pay you for it. So for some of you that have been out of the work scene for a while, if you've been unemployed for a while, we see employment coming in. Somebody offering you a job. So if you're looking for work, then you have work coming through. But that strong message that came through, someone passing on, someone reaching out to you, discussing their wills, discussing their final arrangements, what they want, what they need. And it's because, they're in old age. They already feel like their time is coming and they want to put things in order. That has been your weekend tea. Until we sit tea again, be well, stay blessed. Namaste and ciao. Thank you for stopping by and sipping some weekend tea with us. Support your content creators on YouTube like Kettle Messages Tarot. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And check out the Gemstar's new website, kettlemessagestarot.my.canva.site, in the description box below. Now go have an amazing weekend. Ciao!